Good morning, everybody. This is Emily Kestrel, and I am here once again with my little buddy Dread. And today we are outside a small town here in central Illinois called Farmer City. And this little stretch of land here. Well, let's see where Dread wants to take us. This little stretch of land here is kind of like a floodplain area for Salt Creek. And the reason I'm here today is a little bit different. I'm not just here looking at nature and enjoying my walk with Dread. I'm here to explore a legend that I read about in a book called Weird Illinois. That it was in this area back in 1970 that 3 boys encountered what has come to be known as the Farmer City Monster. Anyway, back in 1970, the story goes that 3 teenage boys were camping somewhere here in the Salt Creek wooded area. I'm not sure if this is the exact location, but it pretty much has to be close by. And at night, as they were in their tent, they heard something outside. They went out to take a look, and apparently they saw a large bipedal creature with glowing yellow eyes. And this freaked them out, so they took off running, and later they reported it, and a policeman later saw the same creature out here in the wooded areas around Salt Creek, outside of Farmer City. And I think a few other people also saw it. And the common part of what they reported was the glowing yellow eyes. Perhaps Dread is on the trail of the Farmer City Monster right now. And after a few sightings, it seems like this creature continued to wander through central Illinois. It was seen outside of Hayworth, and then outside of Waynesville, and then was never seen or heard from again. And that was 50 years ago. So I think it's highly unlikely that I will encounter any such monster here today or find any traces of it. But it does kind of make it a bit more interesting going out in this area, knowing that there was once apparently some kind of strange, unexplainable creature here in this area. So I went on the internet after I read that to see if it was actually a well-known legend. I didn't think the author of the book had just made it up, but I didn't know how prevalent the story was. And I did find a few things on the internet about it, mostly from Bigfoot enthusiasts. And there was a TikTok of somebody telling it as a campfire tale with some embellishments that I don't know if he heard from people in the area or if he just added it on his own to make the story better. But I figure what all those things don't have is being able to take you right here to the scene of where the Farmer City Monster allegedly appeared. It's also good for exploring. I have not been out in this area in probably about 10 years. As you can see, there's not really a trail here in this particular spot. It's just these long grasses. And obviously you can think, in the summertime, the ticks would be horrific. And spiders, and whatever other bugs want to live in these grasses. Looks like someone else has been here recently. The Farmer City Monster, perhaps. No, I don't think that foot is anywhere near big enough to be a Bigfoot type creature. What do you think, Dread? Yeah, this is exciting to you, isn't it? We get to go off trail and explore. So I guess the next question would be, do I personally believe in this legend of the Farmer City monster? And the answer is, I have absolutely no idea. It was clearly before my time. I wasn't here. Dread, you got yourself all tangled up. I wasn't here, I didn't see it. Do I believe in cryptids and Bigfoot sightings? Again, I don't know. I think that's the kind of thing, unless you see it with your own eyes, it's very hard to judge. I think there's a possibility that there could be more things than we know about going on in this world. It's still winter. You can see we got a bit of snow since the last time Dread and I went out. I think I heard gunshot way off in the distance. And it is still hunting season, so let's wander on back to the parking area. Oh, there's the creek. Ooh, windy. Once again, we've got that prairie wind. Let's see the creek. There it is. There is Salt Creek. Can see little bits of trees and woodland. I guess those are the kind of places the Farmer City monster would have been hiding, in between scaring teenage boys and running around the countryside. Well, now that we've seen its habitat, why don't we pop into Farmer City and take a look around there? What do you think, Jared? You want to see Farmer City? Well, here we are in the business area of Farmer City. I'm not saying much here because I'm trying to keep it on the DL. Vlogging Farmer City. Oh, that is cool. I like that. It just goes to show there's always something interesting and fun to see. The street, Dread, so we can get a better view of that mural. Alright, here we are in Farmer City. Let's cross the street back again. Oh, hurry, hurry. I will admit, this is my first time actually getting out and walking around in the town itself. It's cuter than I thought it would be. Very Midwestern. I don't think I mentioned, is a very small town. It's about 2,000 people. that building covered with that vine. Dred wants to check it out. Is that a nice vine, Dred? Let's move along, Dred. I'm sure you're on their wanted list. Oh, I have a coworker from Farmer City, and when I told her I was going to be coming here this weekend on a little adventure to check out legends and lore, she suggested that I stop here because there is a devil's chair. And I think I have just found it. There's some interesting decoration there. I think this is probably the chair she's referring to. Which these little chairs in cemeteries often get the legend of being a devil's chair, because now we just build benches instead of these little stone chairs. So they look odd and strange to modern eyes, but they were actually probably just for people to sit and rest in when they came to the cemetery to visit their loved ones. But here it is. There's some interesting carvings on it. What do you think, Dred? Do you want to sit in the chair? That would probably be disrespectful. Plus, it might open up a portal to hell, and you get snatched up by demons. So, best not. I'm not sure what those are. That is an interesting little sculpture. There's the back of the chair. Of course, my coworker had a story about somebody sitting in it and something bad happened to them. What's that? Did that fall over? I think it probably fell over. Have we seen enough of the devil's chair? Let's move on. Do you want to go next, Dred? How about Clinton Lake? Want to go to Clinton Lake? Let's go. It's turned into a beautiful day for January. There's a little bird. Well, I think Dred and I will leave you here. We've had an interesting morning. Told some urban legends, seen some small town sights, and of course I just had to end off on a nature note with these wonderful pelicans here at the lake.